What's up, everybody? I got something new for y'all. I've been working on some new things. I got a couple more things. You know what I'm saying? Still rolling together. And once I get them together, y'all will know. This one is kind of about the I guess the beginning of Snow Rock, because this all came about. It was a joke. I had another name before Snow Rock, so I was already gang banging, acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? Out there robbing drug dealers, trying to, trying to trying to get that money. At the time, you know what I'm saying? It's the 80s and the 90s. At the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this was the late 80s or 88, 89. This was right around there because it started out as a joke with some friends. Matter of fact, in 1990. So it started out as a joke between some friends. And one of the homies was like, "Cuz, you ought to change your name to Snow Rock." I'm like, "Man, don't call me that. My name is such and such." So, no, man, that'd be tight. That'd be tight. Because, you know what I mean? And everybody laughing and giggling. It's funny. Because we had a cool little crowd. But the homies, you know what I'm saying? The homies was heckling. It was funny. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, all right. Don't call me that. So I got to stop this before it starts. You know what I mean? Because the name that I had was something that, you know what I'm saying, I felt I had earned. I had worked for that. So it was a little late, you know what I'm saying? I thought for a name change, you know what I'm saying? Most people had their names from growing up. Some people, you know what I'm saying, grew up, you know what I mean? I had a homie Skipper. You know what I mean? His family called him Skipper. We called him Skipper for years, you know what I'm saying? He done moved away. I ain't seen him in a million years, you know what I'm saying? Skip, if you out there. But that was my dog, you know what I mean? A lot of people got nicknames just because that's the way it was, you know what I mean? Everybody, you know what I'm saying, you get those nicknames. Some people don't like them, don't agree with them, don't accept them. That's still your name. Well, ain't nobody around. That's what they call you. So Snow Rock, you know what I'm saying, I didn't like it, and it started off as a joke. So right after this joke, you know what I'm saying, I ended up going to jail. First time as an adult for armed robbery. So now, you know what I'm saying, as soon as I came into the tank, there was a guy in there, and he was in a drunk tank. And he was talking shit because I had a white paper suit in there, took my clothes for evidence. So I'm up in there, and it's right before they put you into the phone tank. They got, you know what I mean, you're outside in that little area. This is old county jail. So it was ugly. If anybody knows about Old County Jail was messed up. You had to go underground to get into the little. It was messed up. It was dirty. It was nasty. But this is you know what I mean, the turnaround tank, the phone tank. Some people were in here for misdemeanors, drunk and disorderly, whatever, right? So I've been sitting over at the other police office, you know what I'm saying? They up in here trying to question me. I mean, I ain't got nothing to say. You know what I mean? With my lawyer, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Where can I go? Am I under arrest? What's the problem? So they don't get me downtown till like 1 o'clock. So now it's a gang of drunks in the tank, you know what I mean? So this black dude, you know what I mean, he's up in there, you know what I'm saying, making everybody laugh in the tank. Everything is funny, funny, ha ha. You know what I mean? I'm mad, you know what I'm saying? I'm locked up. You know what I mean? I'm in this paper suit. They done took my clothes for evidence. The homie with me. You know what I mean? My homeboy right here with me, he got a white paper suit on too. So I don't know how this is gonna go. I've been all through juvenile. So now here is a county jail. This is adult, you know what I mean? This is what you hear about. And I'm scared, ain't no denying that. You know what I mean? I'm about 6'2", 6'3". You know what I mean? I'm skinny, about 180. You know what I mean? I'm a youngster. Man, the dude in the tank is joking with everybody. He's like, "Hey, you in for murder, huh? You in for murder, huh?" I just keep my head down. I'm having a bad day right now. I don't want to sit here and joke with you. So I just keep my head down. So then the dude in the tank is like, "Oh, you a tough guy, huh? I like making tough guys my bitch. I'm gonna make you my bitch." So now, you know what I'm saying, he telling me all this. They putting a wristband on me, you know what I'm saying, and my homeboy, and they fisting to open up the door and let me up in that tank. This dude is talking about taking something I'm not willing to give up. So I come in the tank, you know what I'm saying, swinging with everything I got. The dude don't hit me at all. I end up, you know what I'm saying, I got him in a headlock and I'm up against the wall, you know what I'm saying, he's trying to get loose. So I don't remember how I did this or I did that, but it was a fight, you know what I mean? I came up in there, you know what I'm saying, bringing it. So the police are up in the tank and they're telling me to let him go, but I got him in a headlock. But if I let him go, I'm up against the bars. I ain't got no way to back up or nothing. So I'm going to catch one. So I'm thinking, hold on to him. Don't let him go. So I got him locked. And the police like, let him go. And I got my hand up in the air. I'm like, he won't let go. So they pull him off me. They take him and they pull him out the door and they put him on. And another cop comes gaffing me up. My hand. I'm telling them my hand is swelling up, right? So they cuff me up to the benches outside. Everybody else is in the tank. So we're cuffed up. I'm on one side of the room. He's on the other side. So I'm looking down the white paper suit, and the whole left side is bloody. Just the whole leg got blood all over it. So I'm like, oh shit, did he stab me? Am I cut? So I'm checking myself out, and then I look up, and I see him across the room. The fool got 6 stitches over this eye, 4 stitches under this eye, and his nose is broke. They all bleeding profusely, so his face is just covered in blood. And he's over there telling, now the dude is bigger than me, it was a brother, he was up in here running his mouth, and they overloaded his ass. But they over there, and the fool is telling the police, he sucker punched me, How am I gonna sucker punch you? And you told me you was trying to take my manhood, man, fuck that. This dude, he sucker punched me, but then I found out he had an orange band on. He's a misdemeanor, he's in here for like a drunken disorderly. So now he's going home stitched the fuck up, and I'm going upstairs. So I'm in county jail, As soon as I get up in there, I get into a fight. Now my hand is fucked up. So I'm telling the nurse, hey, look, my hand is fucked up, So they check my hand out. Oh, yeah, it's broke. We're going to send you up to the medical tank on the 2nd floor. I'm like, oh, okay, it's a gang of homies, in county, okay. We go upstairs, man, going up through the well. That's some scary shit. I had never experienced nothing like that. And then come to find out that this is how we go every day. Anytime you have to go out there, yeah, you're going up and down that well. And then you're going to be left up in there until the police get off their lazy ass and come and get you. Man in the well, you be there all day. They don't care. They might be sitting back shooting the shit, playing with themselves or something, you never know. But they leave you in there. And I swear, I done seen some people get they done had situations where I don't know if the dude was what was wrong, but I stepped over a body in the well, and heard stories about people dying in the well. So it's grimy in that well. But when I get upstairs, I'm in the 2nd floor and they walk me down to the medical tank and I'm like, oh shit. It's I see the old cell blocks that you see in them old 60s prison movies. I'm like, man, I'm not ready for this. But I ain't got no choice now, So, I go up in there, I got one hand, but when they put me up in the tank, my homeboy, he up in there. So he laced me up, make sure I'm straight. Even after he left, I was still good because, he had left me in position, to where I had, to run a little something, to take care of some business. And it was, it was things like that where, there's people in situations where, you need to take care of something to keep the cogs turning. So I'm just one cog, but if my, cog don't turn, then the one above me doesn't turn, and something gets missed. So we have to, do our part. So he laced me up on the game, and okay, so I was up in there, and I remember the first time going to canteen, it was crazy because, I ain't have a lot of money. But, I had a little money on my books when I got caught up. So, the money that was in my pocket finally made it to my account. So, I had that, and, I go to the canteen, but I only had like, $15. So I give me some stuff, and they give me way too much stuff. Extra food, extra, and I'm like, I didn't order this. And I'm just accepting it because it's not going back. I'm keeping this. And they done messed up. This is what I'm thinking. They done messed up. But nah, it was the homeboy's sister. She worked there. She worked at the canteen. So she took care of the homies. And she was taking care of the big homie, But then when he left, and She, you know what I'm saying, was taking care of me. And you know what I'm saying, I did my part and took care of whoever I needed to take care of. But you know what I'm saying, it's things like that that go on all over, you know what I'm saying? When you inside these stoops and jail cells, and there's always ways for people to get what they need, because a lot of times, you up in there, and all you got is what you got. People are always begging and asking, you know what I'm saying, they family and friends for help. But you get three hots in a cot. So, you know what I'm saying, you have everything you need. You can go without. Believe me, I went without. But like I said, I'm a hustler. So, I'm gonna find a way to make something happen. And you know what I'm saying, during all the prison time that I've done, I've always been a hustler. I'm always looking for, you know what I'm saying, some avenue to flip, you know what I'm saying, something, one way or another. I sell coffee. I don't drink coffee, and coffee in prison is like a drug. If you don't have coffee, you know what I mean, people will, you know what I'm saying, people go nuts without their coffee. And then they be drinking motor oil. They be drinking that shit real thick. I couldn't get past the bitterness of it. Never liked coffee, but you know what I'm saying? So that was a good thing for me because I smoke. So I would always be able to twist coffee, you know what I'm saying, to make sure I had enough tobacco. Because like I said, I smoke. And I don't like asking nobody for nothing. So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go get it one way or another. And that's the way I did it. And for years, you know what I'm saying, that worked. So, you know what I mean, here I am in county jail, you know what I mean, I got the issue with the whites and me being, you know what I'm saying, with the Crips. So I'm in the medical tank, so it's not no issue because the guys up in here, they're fucked up too. They don't want to fight. I don't want to fight, but I can't let nobody know that. So, you know what I mean, I'm in the medical tank, you know what I'm saying, and I get a heal up. They ended up doing surgery on my hand. I broke my hand, so they had to put pins in my hand. So I go to the hospital. Now the guys in the medical tank are telling me, they're gonna put a curtain up, they're gonna put an IV in, you know what I'm saying, you feel a cold sensation going up your arm and you'll be high. But when you feel them scratch your right hand, that's them cutting you. All it feels like is a little scratch. But when you feel that scratch, scream and they'll give you more dope. I'm gonna try it. So my dumb ass, I scared the doctor. He ended up cutting the nerve in my hand. So now I have no feeling in this part of my hand. So literally this came to be a beneficial thing because I'm in prison. I'm fighting for my life. You know what I mean? And I got an open invitation, anybody 101. That way it don't have to be a riot. It don't have to be a big situation. Other people don't have to be involved. Because my homie told me, you know what I'm saying, from the gate, you know what I'm saying, don't never count on people to have your homies. Don't ever count on people to have your back. Because motherfuckers will leave you for dead. Always remember that. When it's time to go, you just go. Don't look back. Don't wait for nobody. Just go. Keep fighting until they put you in the hole. Can't nobody do nothing to you in the hole. So now, you know what I'm saying, I took this and I used it as, because in prison, I went through several situations where I was a target because of my affiliation with the Crips and being white. Now, I can't tell them, oh, I'm mixed. I'm, blonde hair, blue eyes. You know what I mean? Ain't none of that. Ain't no straddling the fence. You know what I mean? I'm white and I'm a Crip. So if you got a problem, run up. You know what I mean? And that's the way it was for years, and this was level 4. And I'm up in there, you know what I'm saying, with an open invitation. Anybody 101, come and get it. However you want it, 101, you can get it. But that way I don't have to count on nobody to fight for me. I'm going to fight for myself. And that's part of how I survive, And like I said, I've been stabbed 13 times. I've been in more fights than I can remember. I've been through the ringer, So here it is, county jail. And I got into this fight and I broke my hand. Now I'm in there, so I get surgery. And then they cut the nerve in my hand. So I don't know about all this now. So time goes on. I end up, getting moved out of the medical tank because I'm healthy. My hand is fixed. It's repaired. So now, I'm saying, I'm in the mainline tanks and they put me in high power, South Bay County Jail. This is like an underground facility, We were in there and it was ugly because it was just about everybody up in there is like facing life sentences or, You know what I mean? Already got a life sentence. It was scary. You know what I mean? No sugarcoating it. It was, it was scary. But you know what I mean? This is I had to survive, and you know what I'm saying. Fear is power. Fear just lets you know to be aware and be ready. And if you do that, you know what I mean. You can go a long way. You know what I mean. The body, the human wants to survive. There's a desire. Survival is inside, and you know what I'm saying. That's the thing. I was just trying to survive. You know, but that's the thing. I felt like a straight dummy. But you can learn a lot from a dummy. So think about that next time. I've been through I've been through county jail, prison. Um, I believe I became a man in prison. I learned how to become a man. It took me a long time because I was still a kid, just pretending because I didn't know what it took to really become a man. But you know what I'm saying. With growth comes knowledge. You live, you learn. I've lived a little bit now, and I'm learning. And life keeps going. No matter what you do, life keeps going. You got to keep it going. It's up to you. I'm the only one that can keep me going. What are you doing to keep you going? Because everybody needs to find that outlet, find that thing that, oh man, because I love just getting away. You know what I mean? When I ain't nobody around me, you know what I'm saying? I feel comfortable. So I like getting out in the wilderness. I like camping. I like, you know what I'm saying, doing stuff like that. Look here, we're going to bring this one to a close. I'm going to keep this one short, but look, I'm going to be back. But remember, you can learn a lot from a dummy. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, and hit the share. Share with somebody. They might need to hear this. Hit it hard, bounced up 'cause I'm tough. Still had life so rough. So after wallowing in my sorrow, time to face the marrow.